Sometimes when something small happens, I still reach for you inside my mind. A silly joke, a little moment, the kind of things I used to find. I never talked much to the world, I kept my thoughts locked deep away. But somehow when I spoke to you, the words just found their way. You used to laugh and say, once I start, I never stop. You love to sit there quietly listening to every word, like every tiny story was the greatest thing you'd heard. I thought we'd spend forever talking through the years somehow, but now I'm just telling stories to the empty air. You knew the part of me that nobody else could see, the girl who could keep talking for hours endlessly. You never tried to stop me, you never looked away. You just stayed there smiling while my thoughts began to play. And suddenly the sit there quietly listening to every word, like every tiny moment was a treasure to be heard. I thought we'd talk forever like we always used to do, but now the room grows silent where there once was me and you. I wonder if I'll ever meet a heart like yours again, someone who can hear my soul between the lines I say. Sometimes I almost doubt it since the day you went away, but still I live my days the way you taught me to, noticing the little things, like there's something new, because you once showed me a truth I never knew, that my stories matter and my life is worth being hued. Sometimes when we think of you, our minds drift back to gentler days, to little words and promises that life has slowly taken away. Some dreams were never meant to happen, some plans were left unfinished too, but even now inside our hearts we still remember good in you. And when your name comes softly into the quiet of the room, when we think of you, our hearts still fill with light, like the warmth of something beautiful returning in the night. Even if the road we share has faded out of view, there's still a kind and tender place inside us, shaped by you. There are moments that still find us, small and simple, sweet and true, and without a word between us, they somehow lead us back to Though the future changed its course and pulled our lives apart, the kindness that you gave us still lives inside our hearts. And if one day you remember the life we used to know, we hope when thoughts of us return, they come with gentle light, the way we still remember you on quiet evening nights. Not with sorrow, not with blame, but something warm and true, like a small and peaceful joy for the love we once so knew. Life can open different roads and ask two souls to part, but what we learned in loving still stays within the heart. And even with the sadness of all we could not do, we keep creating happiness from what we learned with you. So when we think of you, we'll let the good remain, the love, the light, the tenderness, the sunshine through the rain. Though destiny grew quiet and led us somewhere new, we'll carry on with grateful hearts for having once known you. Every night when silence falls, your voice comes back again, telling me to rest a little, don't stay up too late, my friend. The way you used to worry if I work too hard all day, now those words just linger softly in the quiet where you stayed. I swear I hear you sometimes in the spaces of the room. Every corner of my life still carries pieces of you, in the kitchen, by the window, in the air I'm breathing through. I look up into the night, searching stars above the blue. Maybe somewhere past the sky, you're looking at them too. Your kindness fills the silence like an echo on the wall. Every little place I walk through feels like you're still here at all. I don't know how to leave this, how to step outside the pain, so I let the night surround me and imagine you again. Maybe time will slowly teach my heart what to do. Every corner of my life still carries pieces of you, in the hallway, on the pillow, in the quiet midnight blue. I look up into the night, searching stars above the view. Maybe somewhere past the sky, you're looking forgotten. I am still remembering you. And somewhere in this endless sky, where lonely dreams drift through, there's a quiet heart tonight, still learning to miss you. I packed away the pieces of the life we used to know. Close the door behind me, try to let the silence grow. Everyone keeps saying time will help the heart repair, but nobody can tell me how to breathe without you there. If loving once could break me like a storm inside my chest, how do I love again after loving you? How do I trust the light after all we went through? If my heart remembers every word you said, how do I open it when you still live there instead? Some nights I catch myself looking for you in the crowd. Every stranger's shadow feels a little too loud. Maybe someday someone will try to hold my hand, but how could I explain a love they'd never understand? If my heart is still learning how to stand alone, how do I love again after loving you? How do I start a fire when the ashes are still blue? If every quiet moment still whispers your name, how do I promise someone my heart won't do the same? Oh, maybe love is something we learn again with time. Maybe broken pieces still know how to shine. But tonight the question still circles in my mind. How do I love again after loving you? How do I build a life when the past feels so true? Maybe someday slowly the sky will open wide. Until that morning finds me, I'll just keep learning how to try. You were always like a shadow, something I could never read. Every word you shared with me felt like a small and fragile key. And every time you opened it, just a little more inside, I carry that small moment like a quiet source of light. But now I see the truth. I barely knew your heart, between us was a thread so thin and white. If you stopped replying, you disappeared from sight. Like a door inside your world, quietly closing tight. And suddenly I'm standing outside an endless night. I don't know why it hurts this way. Like gravity is gone. Every day I'm drifting, like something inside me's wrong. I don't like this version of the person I became, searching for your shadow, clawing out your name. Now the silence answers where your voice used to be. All we had between us was a thread I couldn't see. If you never answered, there was no more you and me. Like the gates of your whole world closing quietly, and suddenly the sky feels empty over me. Some say this is love's trial, a crossing of the soul. Maybe in another life I once heard you this way before, and now the story's turning so I can understand. If that's the truth of meeting, and let this chapter end. Let the ache stop here now. Let the past just gently mend. I won't chase your shadow, will not come that closed door. May we part in quiet peace and never meet once more. Everyone keeps telling me that I should learn to move along, that the past is just a shadow, that tomorrow will be strong. I try to walk the straight road like my heart already knew, but every quiet moment brings me back again to you. My mind keeps saying this is where the story ends, but my heart keeps whispering maybe we just misunderstood. I know I should be brave now, keep walking toward the light, but my heart's a little stubborn. It still calls your name at night. Every gentle word you gave me still echoes soft and true. Sometimes love keeps living long after losing you. Sometimes I convince myself it must have been a mistake. Maybe all the distance was just something we could break. So I keep retracing memories, looking for a sign, trying to prove the universe didn't steal do. And somewhere at that crossroads, I must have lost you there while I was still believing we were something we could repair. Now the road keeps stretching further than I ever knew, and somewhere far ahead of me, you've already walked it through. The baby's breath you gave me is fading on the table now. Little stars are slowly falling, quiet petals drifting down. But I still remember clearly that day you brought the rose, how my whole world felt brighter in a way nobody knows. We talked about a future like it was already true. I thought we'd walk forever down the road we used to see. But somewhere in the distance, life changed you and changed me. I don't know where we lost it or where we turned around. I only know when I look back, I miss the us we found. Such a short and fragile story, yet the ache is deep and wide. I never knew a moment could leave a scar inside. Sometimes I wish I never met your wandering heart. Maybe then I wouldn't know how painful love can start. And then I think about the laughter that we knew. If I had never met you, there'd be nothing here to miss. No rose inside the memory, no quiet fragile bliss. So even through the breaking and every falling tear, I'm thankful for the moment when your love was standing here. Maybe life is made of losses, lessons wrapped in pain, teaching hearts how courage can learn to love again. So I thank you for the journey, even though it had to end, for showing me that loving is the bravest thing we spend. We tried with all our hearts on that wild and fragile sea, and somewhere in the story you once loved me. I leave the light on in the hallway, like you might walk back through the door. Every quiet little shadow looks a little like before. Your laughter lives between the walls, your footsteps in the floor. Sometimes I almost hear you, like you're here once more. And I know you're gone now, but my heart forgets the truth. So I talk into the silence, like you're sitting next to me, telling all the little stories of the things I wish you would see. Sometimes I close my eyes and swear I feel you near, like your ghost is in this moment, breathing softly here. The nights go long without you, the quiet feels too wide. Every memory is moving like a slow and rising tide. I walk the streets we wandered through another year alone, but every step reminds me of the life we used to own. And even when I try to let the past release, I'm still speaking to the silence, like you're standing in the room, like the echo of your heartbeat never really left too soon. Sometimes love keeps living long after goodbye. Maybe somewhere in another life we're laughing in the rain. Maybe in another story you never walked away. But tonight I'm in this quiet, holding pieces of the past, learning how to keep the memories without trying to make them last. And even though you're gone now, there's something that remains. The love we left behind, still whispering your name. I still wake up in the quiet when the night forgets to sleep. Every shadow in the hallway feels like memories of you and me. I reach for words you used to say, like echoes in my mind. Sometimes loving someone deeply means learning how to say goodbye. I know our road has ended, even if my heart still calls your name. I miss you more than I should tonight. Sometimes it almost drives me wild, but I won't hold your wings too tight. You deserve a sky that's wide, so I'll stand here in the silent light, letting go though it hurts inside. Somewhere in this world tonight, there's a heart still loving you. I still hear the songs you sang, floating softly through the dark. Sometimes I just wanna call you, tell you everything inside my heart. But the days keep moving forward and the stars keep passing by, so I whisper to the distance, send my love into the night. I know that time has taken the life we once imagined away. I miss you more than I should tonight. Sometimes it almost drives me wild, but I won't hold your wings too tight. You deserve a sky that's wide, so I'll stand here in the silent light, letting go though it hurts inside. Somewhere in this world tonight, there's a heart still loving you. Maybe every night when the world grows still, you'll feel a quiet wind from somewhere far away. That's just me saying softly, I hope you're happy. I miss you more than words can say, but I'll let our story fade. Even broken hearts can pray for the one who walked away. And somewhere in this world tonight, under the same endless sky, there's a soul who smiles through tears, still wishing you a beautiful life. You once told me something I never could forget, that someone who's seen an eagle won't love a sparrow yet. I laughed like it was nothing, like it didn't touch my heart, but the words kept flying circles in the quiet of the dark. And now I'm standing here, looking up at you. What do I do, my eagle? I can't love anyone new. Every sky I look into still reminds me of you. But while I watch you soaring through the endless open air, I finally saw the truth. You were born for freedom, for horizons far away, for chasing winds and thunder, for never wanting to stay. And I was only searching for a quiet place to land, a little roof of kindness, a warm and steady hand. Maybe I was dreaming of wings I never had. What do I do? I can't love anyone new. Every sky I look into still reminds me of you. But while I kept on hoping I could follow where you flew, I finally saw the I am only a sparrow, not the eagle I admired, not the fearless heart of sky. fly away, my eagle. The sky was always yours, and I'll build my little shelter behind quieter doors. Maybe love is knowing what two hearts are meant to do. You needed endless heavens, and I just needed home. Used to say, stay proud, stay brave, don't let the world bend your soul. When storms were standing in my way, you take my trembling hand and go. You said sometimes it felt like fate, like every road you walked before was only there to lead you here, to help me fight a little more. You said my life should shine brighter than the fears I carry through. You told me I was stronger than I ever believed. The courage lives inside the heart, even when it's weak. But when you walked away that day, I finally understood all the light you wrapped around me. I must learn to carry on my own. I thought you'd stand beside me every step along the road, shielding me from broken winds and every heavy load. But love was never meant to be a place where we can hide. It was every quiet moment you were teaching me to rise. So if one day you weren't there, I would still know what to do. You told me I was stronger than I ever believed. The courage grows in silent hearts, even when they grieve. And though the road is harder now than anything I knew, I'll keep walking through the shadows with the strength you helped me grow. Maybe love is not forever, maybe people drift apart, but the lessons that you left me still are beating in my heart. So I'll keep my head up high now, just the way you said I should, facing every storm ahead, standing where I stood. It won't always be easy, but I'll try with all I have. And even if you're gone now, I'll still walk this world with pride. And nights are getting quieter than they were before. Your shadow in my hallway doesn't reach the door. Good memories still visit, but they don't stay as long. Like echoes slowly fading from an unfamiliar song. I still carry pieces of the love we used to know. Maybe I can love again. Not today, not yet. But the sky is slowly changing from the darkest silhouettes. Maybe there's a morning waiting somewhere in the rain. And someday when my heart is ready, maybe I can love again. Maybe I can love again. I used to think forever was something we could hold, but life keeps turning pages, even stories left untold. And though the road is different from the one we dreamed before, I'm learning how to walk it without you anymore. Your love was once the fire that helped my heart to grow. Maybe I can love again, not the way I knew, but with the quiet wisdom of surviving, loving you. Maybe there's a future when the pain won't feel the same. And someday when my heart is ready, maybe I can love again. Maybe I can love Loving you was beautiful, even though it had to end. Some hearts who have to teach us how to open them. Maybe I can love again with a softer heart, keeping every lesson from the place we fell apart. And when the light it turns to me like sunshine after rain, I'll thank the love that shaped me and learn to love again.